You're not lazy, you're just overwhelmed and lacking a system. Are you constantly feeling useless, always procrastinating until the last minute? Do you open your computer, intending to work, only to end up with 5 tabs open and not a single word written? Today, I'm going to reveal a harsh truth, and a misconception you've held all along: you're not lazy at all. You're simply overwhelmed by immense overload and chaos, and what's more, you lack a system that can help you escape this predicament. Hello everyone, I'm T&M, a channel dedicated to sharing effective work and life systems. If you often find yourself chasing deadlines and feeling like you never have enough time, then you absolutely need to watch this video until the end. I'll help you deconstruct this invisible chain that's paralyzing you and show you how to regain control by building a system. I'm lazy. Does this phrase often cross your lips or echo quietly in your mind? But if you think about it, are you truly lazy? Haven't you also resolved to work harder, bought a stack of courses, and made extensive plans, only for those plans to fall by the wayside? Do you still feel anxious and frustrated, then return to the vicious cycle of "I'm lazy"? Today, I want to challenge this deeply ingrained belief. I want to prove that your laziness is actually an illusion. Its true root is that your brain is overwhelmed by too much information, too many tasks, and too much uncertainty. When the brain feels overloaded, it automatically enters paralysis mode as a self-protective mechanism, making you unwilling to do anything. What appears to be laziness is, in fact, a helpless stress response. Even worse, you lack an effective system to manage this overload. It's like having a mountain of clutter in front of you. You want to organize it, but you don't even know where to start, let alone have the tools to sort and store it. So, you can only watch helplessly as the pile of clutter grows, and you become increasingly paralyzed. This video is here to help you break this vicious cycle, regain control, and accomplish what you truly want to achieve. Deconstructing the illusion of laziness. You're just overwhelmed. When we say we're lazy, we usually mean we're not doing things we know we should be doing. But do you truly not want to do them? I believe that deep down, you yearn to complete them. So why can't you get started? This goes back to how our brains work. Our brains are inherently wired for efficiency and clarity. When faced with too many choices, too many tasks, and too much uncertainty, they experience immense pressure. It's like a computer running dozens of programs simultaneously, causing the CPU to spike and ultimately crash. Your body and actions are like that crashed computer. Imagine waking up in the morning, and your mind is immediately flooded with 10 things you must do today: write a report, reply to emails, exercise, study English, call a client, do laundry, buy groceries. These tasks have no clear order, no estimated time, and some you don't even know how to begin. Your brain looks at this mountain of tasks and its first reaction is, "Forget it, I'll just stay in bed." This isn't laziness, it's your brain's self-preservation mechanism activating to prevent excessive energy depletion. You've surely experienced this scenario. You decide to write an important report. You open your computer, and then you open the first tab to search for related information. Then you realize you don't understand another term, so you open a second tab to search for it. Among the search results, you see a great article, click on it, and open a third tab. You write 2 lines, then suddenly remember you need to find an image, so you open a fourth tab. You worry you might miss something important and want to see how others have written about it, so you open a fifth tab. And then what? Your desktop is a mess, your screen covered in open web pages. Your brain is completely consumed by this information flow, switching back and forth without a clear focus. The result is, you feel like you've been busy all morning, but you haven't written a single word. You thought you were working hard, but your ultimate output was zero. This kind of busy work, spinning your wheels, is a classic sign of overload. When this happens, do you start blaming yourself again? Why am I so inefficient? Why am I so easily distracted? I'm such a lazy person. But actually, it's not your fault. It's because you lack a system that can streamline this chaotic information flow. Overload leads to paralysis, and no system is the culprit that perpetuates this paralysis. What is a system? A system is a designed, repeatable process that helps you break down complex tasks into simple steps and provides clear guidance, so you don't have to start from scratch every time. Without a system, it's like having to reinvent the knife and rebuild the stove every time you cook. You simply can't focus on stir-frying. When you don't have a reliable system to capture ideas, organize information, and plan steps, every time you start a task, it's like fumbling through a maze in the dark. Your brain has to expend enormous energy to cope with this uncertainty, and naturally chooses inaction because it's the least effortful way. Therefore, to break free from pseudo-laziness, you must simultaneously address the problem of overload and establish your system. These two are complementary. Stop blaming yourself. Now, I will guide you through 3 core mindsets to completely transform your work style. 3 core mindsets to break free from paralysis. To free your brain from overload paralysis, I've summarized 3 core mindsets. They will help you regain control over your time and tasks, transforming you from a state of busy but unproductive to efficient and fruitful. The first mindset, and the most important one, limit the number of tasks you do simultaneously. Your brain isn't a multitasker, it excels at focus. When you try to do 10 things at once, you won't do any of them well. So, starting today, set a strict task limit for yourself. You can try, focus on only 3 things daily, every morning, choose only the 3 most important tasks for the day and write them down. Dedicate all your energy to these 3 things. All other tasks can wait until tomorrow or later. This will give you immense clarity. Limit the number of open tabs. If you're writing a report, allow yourself only 3 tabs open at once, 1 for your writing document, 1 for primary reference material, and 1 for quick lookups. When you've finished with a piece of information, immediately close that tab. Force yourself to do this, and you'll find your focus improves significantly. Do one thing at a time. When you're writing an email, just write the email. Don't simultaneously listen to podcasts, reply to messages, or read news. Give yourself a dedicated focus period, and you'll see your efficiency skyrocket. This limitation, on the surface, seems to restrict your freedom, but in reality, it unleashes your focus and reduces your brain's decision fatigue. When you have only 1 or 2 clear goals, your brain feels relaxed and more motivated to execute. Remember, less is more, and focus is king. The second mindset, and key to solving no system, build the system first, then create. Many people, when they think of writing something, just open Word or a notebook and start typing, resulting in stop-and-go work and extremely low efficiency. Highly productive creators often have their own mature creative system. This system breaks down a complex creative process into repeatable, clearly defined steps. For example, a simple writing system could include idea capture zone, record thoughts at any time, no matter how fragmented. Topic brainstorming zone, select topics you want to write about from your ideas and do initial brainstorming. Outline planning zone, this is the most crucial step. List the structure of the article or video, the main points of each section, anticipated examples, and key phrases. Outline first, then write. First draft writing zone, following the outline, write the first draft in one go. At this stage, Don't worry about grammar or typos, just get all your intended content down. Editing and polishing zone. After the first draft is complete, go back to revise, polish, and format. Publication checklist. Before publishing, check the title, thumbnail, keywords, description, proofreading, etc. You'll find that when you have a clear flowchart, you'll no longer be confused about what to do next. Each step becomes a small, achievable task. You no longer need to start from scratch every time, just follow the system for consistent output. This is the efficiency and peace of mind that comes from systematization. Moreover, this system can be continuously optimized. After each piece of writing, you can review it. What areas can be improved? How can you do better next time? This way, your system will become more refined, and your efficiency will increase. The system is your engine for continuous output. The third mindset, to break the spell of perfectionism, 80% complete, then bravely publish. This is far better than perpetually pursuing perfection and never publishing. How many people, due to the pursuit of perfection, indefinitely postpone a project, an article written, deemed not good enough, so it's revised again, a video made, still seen as flawed, so it waits. As a result, these unfinished works pile up, and your heart is filled with frustration. You think you're striving for excellence, but in reality, you're self-sabotaging. Perfectionism is the killer of action. You must understand a harsh reality: no work is perfect, only finished work. Your readers and audience need your content, not an absolutely perfect work of art. An 80% good piece of content, if published promptly, can generate value, receive feedback, and then you can optimize it based on that feedback to become 90% or even 100%. But if you stay at 99% and never publish, then it will always be zero. Remember, publishing is completing, publishing is succeeding. Your work can only be seen, have an impact, and bring you a sense of accomplishment, thus motivating you to continue creating, if it is published. So, the next time you're about to publish a piece of work, ask yourself, is it 80% there? Does it convey the core value? If the answer is yes, then bravely hit that publish button. Let go of your perfectionism, it will only keep you stagnant. Integrating mindsets into your system, your practical guide. Alright, we've covered the 3 core mindsets: limit tasks, build the system first, and publish at 80%. So, how do you truly integrate these mindsets into your daily work system? 1. The Golden 3 Hours Rule. Set aside a golden 3 hours for yourself every day. This is your most efficient, undisturbed period. During these 3 hours, you focus only on the 1 to 3 most important tasks of that day. Turn off all notifications, close all irrelevant tabs, and reject all distractions. You'll find that the output from these 3 hours might be more than your entire day of intermittent busyness. My recommendation is to place your most focused, demanding, most difficult tasks in this slot. For example, drafting, strategic thinking, or in-depth research. Utilize your most energetic period of the day to tackle the toughest tasks. Once these are done, even if you get a little distracted later, you'll feel that the main goals for the day have been achieved, and the pressure will immediately lessen. 2 checklists for repeatable tasks. If you frequently perform certain types of tasks, such as writing social media posts, publishing videos, or updating your blog, create a checklist for them. This checklist will list all the steps required to complete the task. The more detailed, the better. Each time you need to perform the task, simply open the checklist and tick off each step. This can significantly reduce your thinking burden and risk of oversight each time you start a task. It's like an automatic navigation system, you don't need to worry about getting lost, just follow the instructions. This not only improves efficiency but also greatly reduces your mental stress, because you know you won't miss any important steps. 3. Build your external brain. Stop piling all your to-do items in your head. You need a reliable external brain to help you manage this information. This external brain can be digital tools, Notion, Evernote, Obsidian, Trello, Todoist, etc. Physical tools, a notebook, a sticky note. The key is not what tool you use, but that you develop the habit of instant capture. Whenever an idea, a to-do item, or an inspiration flashes in your mind, immediately write it down and put it into your external brain. This way, your brain doesn't have to process both thinking and remembering tasks simultaneously. It can focus on thinking, while remembering and reminding are handled by your system. This will free up your mental space, make you feel clearer and more organized, and naturally, you won't feel so overloaded. Conclusion: say goodbye to pseudo-laziness, reclaim your agency. See, you're not lazy. You're just overwhelmed by chaos and overload. Now you know that to break free from this pseudo-laziness, you must limit your task count to regain focus. Build the system first, then create, to make efficiency instinctive. Publish at 80% completion to defeat perfectionism. When you embrace these mindsets and integrate them into your daily work, you'll find that you are no longer that procrastinating, anxious self. You will become an efficient, organized person full of agency. Your goals will no longer be out of reach. If today's content resonated with you and you're eager to solve these problems more systematically, I've prepared a complete work system for you. It will guide you step by step from scratch to build your own efficient workflow, truly freeing you from being overwhelmed and helping you reclaim your agency. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like it. This is very important to me. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more practical content on efficient work and system building in the future. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Remember, it's never too late to change. Start today, build your system, shake off pseudo-laziness, and make every day full of power and output. See you in the next video.